I've had a natter with Hayes. Now I need to get...
아, 이제 심장약 배달하러 가야지. 아저씨.
Monsieur Lacoste.
Oui?
Here's your form.
Oh, all right. Let me have a look at it. Oh, good. The stamp of the gendarmerie. This appears to be in order, monsieur. Please, take what you require.
I thank you with all my heart.
굿, 굿.
Hayes' heart drops are locked in. I have your drops, Prof.
God be with you. I'll just take my drops. Hold on to the case for me. I don't want the gendarme to see me with it.
What's this instrument in the case?
Ah, my gold
금맥
detector.
감지기?
I have a physicist friend who developed it for me. It measures the gold content of certain objects with the help of a weak electrical field. I use it to check the gold content of artifacts people are trying to sell me. Take good care of it. It's very unique, you know.
Not a problem. Somewhat implausibly, this device detects gold content. It's empty. Pretty, though. It's got an elaborate gold ornament on the...
아, 이제 어디로 가야 되지? 저요? 네, 어드벤처 게임 좋아해요. 혹시 이런 데에 막 금 있나? 있을 리가.
It may look clean.
아, 그 축제장 가가지고 이겨야 되는데.
I'm not much of a carpet boy.
Is there nobody here who would like to challenge Aziz? Are you all cowards?
아, 쟤한테 쟤를 어떻게 이기지? 할 수 있는 게 없어. 점술가의 텐트? 여긴 뭐야?
Peace be with you, my friend.
오.
And with you too.
Relax. And let me tell you your
오.
fortune.
It's not really my thing, but you can have a go if you like.
Why is it that you are here, if you do not believe?
That's a good question.
Wait. You're looking for something.
Who isn't?
Well said, my son. But you are looking for a friend. But along the way, you have already lost much.
Granted. My plane, my booze,
양.
my artificial sheep.
You've traveled far and wide, but what you seek is a long way away and well hidden. To reach it, you will have to break boundaries that could bring you close to failure. And perhaps after all that, you will see something that was never meant to be seen. This search is a test. If you pass it, you will find what you are looking for. If you fail, then endless darkness will come over the world, and all hope will be lost.
You've managed to be both incredibly vague and very specific. You're saying I'm responsible for saving the world. All I'm really after is my friend Richard.
Both questions lead to the same answer. If you succeed, you will find your friend. You will have to decide, however, what price you are willing to pay to save your friend. If you fail, it will be more than his life at risk.
Not for the first time. I think we're done here. I don't really have time to decipher these cryptic pleasantries.
Wait. I see something joyous as well. Shortly before you reach your goal, you will find something that you do not seek, because you believe
뭐지?
it to be lost.
You mean I'll have a full set of cufflinks again?
점괘가 매우 신통하네요.
Well, hats off to you. It was a good performance at any rate.
Knowing your future can be exciting, but frightening as well. Whatever way you look at it, it's a very intense experience.
Yes, but something tells me that intensity isn't entirely natural. Be honest, you've got something a bit naughty burning in the background, right?
Oh, this is no secret. The smoke of the thorn apple seed opens the mind and deepens your consciousness. There has been no manipulation or hypnosis. I simply sharpened your senses so that you could see images from your future.
I don't know. I'm feeling pretty relaxed, if you know what I mean.
Relax.
And tomorrow, you will have a serious headache. But do not concern yourself. Thorn apple is not harmful in such small quantities. Believe it or not, we actually use it as an aphrodisiac and a remedy for lung problems. as an example.
체음제?
Having said
그러면
that, you
이거를
need to know
그 물에
that it is
타가지고
poisonous and must be used
그
in
흑형을
moderation.
쓰러뜨리면 되는 거 아니야? 내가
Can you sell
살게요.
me some of your thorn apple seeds?
You seem to like those, don't you?
I have some problems with my lungs or something. I think thorn apple seeds are the only cure.
It sounds most likely. Unfortunately, I cannot give you any from my stock, as I am already running low.
아씨, 내가
But
직접
you can find
따야
thorn
돼?
apples growing almost anywhere where there's enough moisture. It looks like a thorny weed with white flowers. You're sure to find some in
그
the area.
오아시스 옆에
Thanks.
있었던 것 같은데.
Goodbye.
굿바이. 그럴 것 같은데요? 저거로 수면
Can't wait to get this robe off.
재워가지고 이거 아니야?
Ah, these must be the seeds the shaman talked about. I'll grab a plant. They're a little thorny, but needs must.
오예 오예. 좋았어.
The thorn apple seeds are supposed to have an intoxicating effect.
이거를 물에다 타면 되겠지.
Is there nobody here who would like... Are you...
오케이. 좋아 좋아.
Bad, Fenton. Shouldn't be cheating, but it's all for the greater good.
그래
I just need to
베일을
slip
위한
the
거야.
seeds in when no one's looking.
I am looking for a challenger for Aziz the Invincible. Who has the courage to challenge Aziz? 100 francs for anyone who can bring Aziz to his knees.
Job done.
나요.
You? You want to try again? Really? Hear ye, hear ye. The British Bulldog, the mighty Pedlock, has returned to challenge Aziz once more.
미친 개는
This
뭐야?
is why you have returned, correct?
예.
Sure, I'll give it a try.
Excellent. Let the battle begin.
아 좋아 좋아. 맛있다 맛있다. 마시면 직방이지. 비틀거리네. 해펀치. 주세요 100프랑.
Unbelievable. How did you best Aziz?
I am the mighty Padlock. Do you need more explanation?
I am certainly impressed. We will need to retire Aziz very soon, I think. Please, take your 100 francs.
Thanks very much.
오예. 갑시다.
Can't wait to get this robe off.
이걸로 여기 노점 가서 아주 그냥 돈을 뿔쳐.
Ah, it's you again. What do you think? Care for a little game?
Why not? Maybe I'll get lucky.
Excellent. Let's start with a warm-up round. We'll play without bets first. Before we start, take a close look at everything so that you understand the game and won't accuse me of anything afterwards. So, I've got a wooden ball here. I'll set it under this cup. See?
아하.
You haven't lost me yet.
Now, I'll move the cups
여러분들도
to
같이
different
해요.
positions. Got it?
I think
가운데.
so.
Where's the ball now? Choose a cup.
The cup is made.
이런 거 되나 혹시?
The cup and the ball are both
아,
made.
나무로 만들어져
The
있어.
cup is
그렇군.
middle cup. Got to be.
Exactly. You see?
오 예.
It's simple, isn't it?
아하 아하.
Now, let's get down to business. If you choose the correct cup, you will win double the amount of your bet. But if you get it wrong, your money
잠깐만.
belongs to me.
저장하고
Got it.
싶은데.
Let's start.
아 그냥 시작하네. 오 쉣. 잠깐만요.
Is it just me, or did you go a little faster that time?
Well, of course, it's going to get harder once you place your bet. So,
가운데지. 저장 좀 하고. 안 되나?
The cup. The ball has to be under the middle cup.
or not, tough luck.
야, 이 사기야 이건. 야, 세 번째네.
Damn. There goes my money.
Another round?
You'd love that, wouldn't you? No, no. I've had enough.
What a pity. Maybe later.
Wow. This guy earns his money.
Whoa.
I need to win it back. But I get the impression it's not exactly a fair fight.
아니야,
I need a way
이거는
to track the ball's movements.
로딩해도 문제가 있어. 로딩해도 똑같을 것 같아. 저 공에다가 뭘
I'm tempted,
칠해야 될 것
but this
같은데.
guy's a pro. Even if I could
그러니까,
follow the right cup, I reckon he'd somehow come
금맥
out on
탐지기를
top.
어떻게 좀
Then
해야 돼요.
Professor Hayes would have to stay rotting
금
in prison.
칠해야 될 것
I need
같은데.
a plan to optimize my chances. A thimble rigger.
어떻게 해야 될까?
Nothing I want to buy.
혹시 가게에 뭐 있나? 뭐 딱히 없네.
I don't need anything from him.
보석상 가서 뭐 안 되나?
Ah, the Englishman.
아하.
How can Jamil be of service?
At the moment, I have no...
You
아,
won't
특별한 게
find
없다고?
And if, during my quest to...
뱀술사는?
He deserves a...
휴식을 즐기고 있어. 무슨
It's
방법이
the
없나?
old crankshaft. Why should I break this thing? Let me rephrase that. Why shouldn't I break this thing?
야, 됐다. 오, 예! 야, 끝났다.
I can't follow the cups at all. I don't think there's much room for fair play in this arrangement on either side of the table.
Ah, it's you again. I knew you would want to give it another try.
I'll play again. But I want to make sure that everything's
이
above
공을
board.
쓰시오.
You're not
하겠군.
accusing me of doing something underhand with my cups or the ball, are you?
In a word,
Don't worry. I've got nothing to hide. I'll prove to you that I'm not cheating.
아하, 좋아.
I'll use any suitable item that you give me. It shouldn't
딱
be too
걸려들었어.
big, and it has to fit under the cups. So, what should we play with?
how about this gold ball here?
No problem. We'll play with that. But that will double the opening bet.
아닙니다. 돈에 두
Each of
배를
us will put
준다고
in
하니까.
50 francs.
Okay.
Then let's get started.
씨, 겁나 빨라.
So, which cup is hiding your golden ball? If you guess right, you win 100 francs.
헷.
The
Oh, yeah,
detector isn't
Joe.
showing anything. Guess the ball's not under there.
개쩔.
No reaction.
야, 가운데
The golden
없대요.
ball doesn't seem to be under the middle cup.
세 번째네.
God bless modern science. The gold detector lit up, so the gold ball must be under the
Oh
right
yeah.
cup. If the detector's working, the gold ball must be under this cup. All right then, the ball is definitely under the right cup.
짜잔.
So it is. We have a winner.
Must be my lucky day.
You can say that again. Here are your 100 francs. How about a rematch?
그렇지.
Why not? Seems like I'm on a real lucky streak right now.
Excellent. We'll double the ante again. That means that
Oh,
each of us
yeah.
will wager 100 francs.
Oh yeah,
If
oh
you
yeah,
guess
oh yeah.
correctly again, the 200 francs will be yours. Otherwise, I will be the lucky one. Okay?
Okay. It's a lot of money, but I feel
질 것 같지
unbeatable
않군요.
today.
All right then. I'll set the ball in the middle again.
Fine by me. Feel free to make it a little harder this time.
Now, where is the golden ball?
Got it. The
어?
light on
야,
the
첫
detector lit
번째라는데?
up. Left cup. I'm 100% sure.
Are you really sure? I mean, we're talking about a lot of money here.
You can't make me change my mind. Left cup, I said.
역시 과학의
Whatever you
위대함이네.
say. Damn, you got lucky again.
Unbelievable, eh?
Here are your 200 francs. I've had enough for today. My wives will kill me when they see my till.
Don't want another rematch?
Nope, not today. Your lucky streak will ruin me.
Well, no hard feelings. I'll get out of here.
Yes. I suppose I don't need to wish you good luck.
I finally got the
Oh,
bail
yeah.
money.
세이브 세이브. 오토 세이브가 없는 게임이어서 세이브를 열심히 해야 돼요.
Listen,
Oui?
레스.
I've got Professor Hayes' bail money.
All of it?
Yes, 200 francs.
Very well. Then Monsieur Hayes is free to go.
전문도 박사 키우는 게임은 뭐야?
Come on, Hayes. You've made bail.
오케이.
Au revoir.
Are you okay?
Yes.
사이도 박사.
Thank you. Let's go. We have a lot to discuss. I'm terribly sorry for our less than civil surroundings. As long as dear Monsieur Lacoste is at my shop, it's
어드벤처
a far
게임이에요.
from suitable venue for
아,
discreet
전문
conversation.
도박사. 내가
At any
순간
rate,
전문
please make
도박사?
yourself comfortable.
전문도라는
This tale
사람이
is not
누구지라고
a short
이
one,
생각하고
but I'm
있었네.
certain it will be an interesting one.
That may be, Professor. Just bear in mind it's a long time since my last lecture. I need to find my friend. End of story.
I'm well aware of that, but if you ever hope to find your friend, you will need to know what you are searching for, and what may await you at the end of that search.
It's a new approach to me, but I suppose it couldn't hurt.
My academic research focused primarily on Tibet. I've been fascinated with its religion, its secrets, and its legends ever since I was a young man. I became something of an expert. I held a professorship, and sometimes I even received funding to lead expeditions. The last of these expeditions was with your friend, Yen Wang. As you know, we found a dead monk, pieces of a map, and a gemstone.
The Eye of the Dragon.
Exactly. The remains of the map held clues to a mythologized monastery in the Kembalung Valley. This hidden valley was said to contain the entrance to the legendary Shambhala. At that time, however, I only knew that the Buddhists believed Shambhala to be a kingdom where a dynasty of enlightened kings safeguard the most secret teachings of Buddhism. Of course, I always assumed that Shambhala was a religious myth. But the idea that this place could really exist
님들
is an
죄송해요.
exciting prospect.
잠깐
A
졸았어요.
chance for a truly
근데 아직도
sensational
대화해.
discovery. Unfortunately, the early onset of winter upset
대화-
our plans.
대화 아직도 해?
We had to give up. I was never able to return to that search. Regardless,
네,
I compiled
안녕하세요.
all the knowledge that existed on
대화
Shambhala.
언제 끝나?
I studied all the
졸았어,
available
나.
sources, retranslated old texts. The result was a picture of a mysterious place of indescribable power.
Can you describe it?
An
뭘
ancient
설명을
place.
해.
And it's not just important to Buddhism. Other religions and cultures also have ties to this location. There, my friend, is where all questions and answers have their origin. So that I may perceive whatever holds the world together in its inmost folds.
I'm not a big one for riddles, Professor. Could you be a little more concrete? I don't need enlightening, I just need my friend's whereabouts.
You may yet find both.
When do we get around to how?
How? By finding Shambhala, of course.
I'm not supposed to understand any of this, am I?
You want me to be concrete? Here's a very concrete story. It is the result of many years of research. About 10,000 years ago, a tribe of hunters and herdsmen discovered a colossal system of caves in the Himalayas. While they were there, their intellectual capacities suddenly grew exponentially. The technical advancements that resulted from this growth allowed them to settle in the caves. The people knew that this must be a very special place. At its center, they could feel a strong energy that seemed to be responsible for their rapid development. For these people, this energy proved to be a gift from the gods. They used this gift to build gigantic underground temple complexes. Within a few generations, a prosperous culture was flourishing. Science, art, and architecture were at a level far beyond what we know today. The people developed both a complex language and the first complete writing system. The energy itself, in combination with the rapid tempo of medical advancement, allowed the people to live to an extremely old age. Illness practically ceased to exist.
And these caves are supposed to be Shambhala.
Yes, I am thoroughly convinced that this is the case. However, you can certainly call it something else. if you prefer a
형님
different name.
별풍선 개 감사합니다.
I don't know. Even without the dragon, it all still sounds like a fairy tale.
왜 대화가 안 끝나요?
Well, the dragon... I personally believe that the dragon is merely a symbol, because the story continues.
Go on then.
Something must have happened, because Shambhala was abandoned. I don't know the exact reason why, but what could have caused the people to leave this wonderful place, apart from a true catastrophe?
You mean they got attacked by dragons?
In a way. The dragon seems to be a metaphor for this sudden catastrophe. I can only speculate on the exact nature of this event. However, I believe it has some connection to the energy of the place.
Okay, so they abandoned Shambhala, but why is the entrance still locked up?
Only a few people survived the catastrophe, and they certainly had good reasons for keeping their knowledge of Shambhala a secret. They trained a sworn caste of priests who passed on this knowledge from generation to generation, and who continue to do so today.
Actually, I think the Nazis killed them all.
But there would be more. The caste of priests established 2 monasteries, far from any other settlements, in which to safeguard the secret. The first monastery was built directly over the only entrance to Shambhala.
In the Kembalang Valley?
Most of the priests stayed in this valley, along with one of the 2 artifacts that can open the entrance.
So you really believe that this secret chamber somehow leads to Shambhala? But that would mean that Richard is already...
Indeed.
But if he's there, can he still be alive? I mean, the dragon metaphor thing.
There's only one way to find out.
We need the second artifact, which is in the other monastery, right?
We can only assume so. The second group of priests hiked over the peaks of the Himalayas, the so-called Lost Horizon, until they reached the region that is part of India today. They hid the other key there, in a temple complex. Unfortunately, I never found out exactly where this temple complex is located.
But we have the Eye of the Dragon. And the engravings in the monastery say it'll reveal the location of the second key.
Only if we have the Keeper's map. And, alas, this is something I've long searched for. The only clues I've found refer to a remarkable map drawn up in 1513 by an Ottoman admiral named Piri Reis. For example, this map depicts the ice-free perimeters of the Antarctic. As you know, that continent was first officially discovered in 1820, more than 300 years later. So, how could Piri Reis have known back then how the Antarctic continent looked without ice? The admiral, who had a talent for languages, made handwritten notes on the map. According to these notes, he used sources from many thousands of years ago when creating the map. He came across these sources during a trip through the Far East. Unfortunately, only a small fragment of the map still exists today.
And the Nazis have got it.
What?
When you said the Admiral's name, so-and-so Rees, I've heard that name.
Piri Reis?
The German expedition leader, the Countess. She was talking about a map in a Berlin museum, and she mentioned that name. Piri Reis.
My word. Sensational.
It's a chance at any rate. If we can get to the map before the Nazis do.
You want to go to Berlin?
We don't have a choice. It's the only way we can get at the map.
Quite apart from getting into the country at all, the map itself certainly won't be laid out in a display case. How do you expect this to work?
The Olympic Games are on. We just need to look like tourists. Besides, it's a lot more fun if you just worry about these things later. Let's get the eye and get out of here.
If you say so. Lacoste must be finished by now. Let's go. Please wait a moment. The Eye of the Dragon is hidden in the back room. Here it is. See? Perfect condition. Just like the day we found it.
Great. No time to lose. Let's get the next train to Casablanca. Then get on a ship to Spain or Portugal. The further from the Nazis, the better.
It sounds as if you're no stranger to running from problems, young man. You remind me of myself a few dozen years ago.
Professor, get down!
뭐야. 뭐야, 죽었어, 뭐야. 뭐야, 왜 죽었어? 헐, 뭐야.
Leave him. We have the eye.
뭐야. 뭐 총소리 들려가지고. 용의 눈.
They've taken it.
Don't get up. I'll get help.
Don't be a fool. You must follow them before they escape.
You need a doctor.
No. Listen carefully. If you are found on the crime scene, you will be arrested. You cannot help me anymore, my boy. But help yourself and the others recover the Eye of the Dragon. Now it's up to you. You
안 그래도
alone
울펜슈타인으로
prevent
나치
the Nazis
겁나
reaching
쳐잡고 있는데
Shambhala.
여기서도 나치를 쫓아야 되다니.
Excuse me, sir. A telegram just arrived for you. Thank you, Huxley. Anything
이건
else?
뭐야?
No, sir. I just wondered.
I don't need anything else at the moment. Here we go.
German ambush in monastery. Stop. Richard's still there. Stop. Paddock to the rescue. Stop. Now in India. Stop. Send reinforcements. Stop. Waiting at Camp Hadley in Rangpur, North India. Stop. Signed Lieutenant Thomas Finch. Stop.
뭐야? 태우네? 야 잠깐만. 설마 헉! 설마 저 총독도 샴발라를 원하는 거 아니야? 왠지 그런 냄새 나는데. 샴페인 나가. 베를린. 강철의 연금술사 덕후 나가.
The Countess and her cronies disappeared into that building. That must be where she plans to examine the map. What a coincidence. That's my plan as well.
배수구.
The grate won't budge,
어허.
and I can't fit my hand through. The Nazis disappeared into this museum. Posters and flyers plastered on several layers deep. This camera ad's coming loose. I've pulled it down.
입구로 가면은 빠꾸 당할 것 같은데.
Red ropes over the entrance. Not a good start.
Can I help you?
오야
Yes,
잘생겼어.
if you could just tell me how to get into the museum.
Sorry, the exhibit's closed earlier than usual today.
Why is the museum closed today? I've traveled a long way just to see the exhibits.
Well, during the Olympic Games, sometimes the regular schedule gets a little out of whack, you know? There's a reception for today's gold medalists in the upper exhibition halls later tonight. Which is going to mean unpaid overtime for me, of course. Anyway, that's why we closed early.
코와
How
약간
very
그
frustrating.
눈몰림이 조금
Not
별로네요.
much of a sports fan?
I'm
피부가
mainly here for the
깨끗하길래.
museum, but the games have certainly proved a happy coincidence.
I'm hoping I'll get to see some of my idols in the flesh tonight, depending on who takes the gold medals.
Which events are happening tonight?
For my money, the decathlon has got to be the highlight, but there's also
조정.
rowing and horseback riding. Hold on, I have an event schedule in my newspaper. I don't need it anymore, you can have it.
Oh, thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
You know that reception tonight? How exactly do I get into it?
Oh, just go out and get yourself a gold medal. No problem. No, seriously, aside from the medal winners and their trainers, you basically need to be a German politician. People like us are out in the cold, I'm afraid.
We'll see about that. Not much I can do then, I suppose.
훔쳐와야겠구만.
What do they actually exhibit here?
The main exhibit is on Tibet. You see that animal by the door? It's some sort of enormous mountain sheep that lives in the Himalayas.
산에서 같이
but I've forgotten the name.
그 개잖아.
Begins with a
그
P or
뿔량이잖아.
an M.
It's an argali.
Are
아갈리.
you sure?
Pretty sure.
In any case, there are all kinds of rare Tibetan artifacts on display in the upper halls. Do you think you could give me a hand and set this carton down for me? Thanks.
You keep talking about the upper halls. Are there others?
Well, yes, the lower halls. But they've been closed to visitors for over a year.
Why's that?
I couldn't tell you.
And is there a reason you couldn't tell me?
Easy. I don't know. I'm not sure I want to either.
Well, now you've gone and got my attention.
Curiosity can be very bad for your health, you know. All I know is that for some time no one has been allowed into the basement of the museum, and the lower exhibition halls were closed to prevent any visitors from accidentally wandering down there. Can we leave it now?
Sure.
Sure.
Would you mind if I took a look around your very exciting foyer for a while?
No problem, as long as you don't get in the way.
Promise. I'll ask first. Please don't ask me why. But can I have some of the stuff in this box?
You're asking me if you can just take my stuff for no reason whatsoever? I thought the British were supposed to be polite. Well, as it happens, that box is full of crap, so go right ahead.
뭐야, 이거 고무장갑이네?
An old marigold. Sandpaper.
매표소.
The box office is closed. Let's see if I can find anything useful. Oh, the lid came off. I'll just pocket that, I think. Jackpot. There's all sorts of valuable rubbish in here.
와, 이게 뭐야? 질긴 악연.
So, we meet again,
뿔량
Argali.
씨.
Are you taunting me? Is that it?
못된 뿔량 같은.
Following me around and popping up at my lowest moments? Bad, Argali. Bad. I don't remember the last one having
그러게,
such a
수염은 없었던
luxurious
것 같은데.
beard.
뭐지?
The whiskers are stuck on tight.
가져갈
I
수가
could
있어?
take them with me, but it'll most likely mean walking
아니요.
around a whole stuffed Argali for the rest of the
국장님은
day.
아니죠.
This guy owes me a favor.
오, 예.
The least he can do is spare me some whiskers. The only interesting things about this door are its large,
손잡이?
round handles. And even they're struggling to get my heart racing. I'll leave the door open so I don't get in trouble. It's seen better days. The red paint's been chipped off the handles. I'll leave the door open so I don't get in trouble.
어떡하지 이거? 고무장갑? 아닌데. 이걸로? 아닌데. 턱수염으로? 아닌데. 사포로? 아닌데. 뚜껑으로? 아닌데. 부케로? 아닌데. 정보지로? 아닌데.
A large doorknob. It must have been red once,
빨간색이었던 것 같은데
but the
페인트가
paint's
다
worn
벗겨졌어.
away. The exhibition halls are closed for tonight's reception for the gold
수염
medal
달고
winners.
변신이야? 일단 다른 데 더 가봅시다. 도시로 나가서.
I should check the museum before I look around town.
아 뭐야, 박물관에서 해결해야 돼? 야, 배수구 여기 좀 어떻게 안 되냐? 배수구에 아무것도 되지 않아.
Let's see, final event in the... No, this can't be right. Glenn Parker of the United Kingdom? There's even a photo. No doubt about it. That's the same Glenn Parker who went to Sandhurst with Richard and
같은
me.
동기인가 봐.
Even back then, he was a top-class athlete. Fantastic! This is my chance to get into the museum reception.
오 예.
I'll just ask Glenn to smuggle me in. Maybe he can pass me off as his trainer.
오예 오예 오예.
I should head straight to the
오예
stadium.
오예 오예
He must
오예.
be getting warmed up.
갑시다. 올림픽
Okay, let's
경기장.
find Glenn. He's probably in the locker room.
그러게 누구세요 하면은
I'm afraid this is the locker room, friend. You probably shouldn't be in here.
Glenn, it's me, Fenton. Fenton Paddock.
Fenton?
벤턴.
Nice beard. What are you doing here?
I'm here saving the world. It's not a real beard.
그러게 잘생겼다. 영화 배우
I
되게
heard you were top
닮았는데.
billing for the decathlon. I need to
그
talk to you.
How did you even get in here?
아 누구
That's a
닮았지? 저
rather adventurous
약간 두
story.
명을 섞었어. 아 제임스 딘? 아무튼
And I figured I'd find you here. Not that it was easy getting in.
뭐야 1시간 전 일을 이야기해주네?
Hello.
Hello.
Is this the
아
press
그래서
entrance?
변장해서 간
Yes,
거야?
it is. May I see
어쩐지
your
왜 이상한 모자를
credentials,
쓰고
please?
들어갔다 했더라.
Credentials?
The only people permitted access are the athletes, their trainers, official IOC employees, and press photographers. Do any of those apply to you?
Sure. Why not? I'm actually with the press.
Then show me your press pass.
Would you believe I've temporarily misplaced it?
Not really. If you've really lost your pass, go to the
그
IOC accreditation
영화
office and
옛날 영화
claim
중에
a new one.
The events are
시즈거리였나?
about to start.
거기 나오는
I can't
남주인공
miss them.
닮았어.
Then you'd better hurry. The
그
IOC office is
남주인공 그
located at
배우가
Pariser Platz.
뭐
Okay,
화이트
okay. I'll
하우스
be back.
뭐
And
아무튼
don't forget your camera.
뭐지?
Only photographers
겁나
are
다
allowed to enter the
부시는
contest
영화에도
area.
나왔고
Journalists should go to the main gate.
그 약간 그 사람 닮았어.
Thanks. Well, I guess I'm heading to the IOC office at Pariser
무슨
Platz
화이트
to give
하우스
myself a
막다
press
때려
pass.
부시는 영화. 잠깐만 1시간 전 일을 이거 다 하는 거야? 취직을 맞나?
Excuse
몰라
me,
영화
may I
이름
interrupt for a moment?
Oh, hello. Do I really look all that busy?
Well,
아
now that you
취직거리
mention
아닌데?
it,
아
no.
무슨
Is
쉬
your
뭐였더라?
whatever that thing is broken?
No, I just don't feel like playing.
아 그
Why
영화
not?
아
An
기억이 난다.
artist needs an audience, attention, applause, and of course, earning a few pennies doesn't hurt either.
Well, I can listen, but I'm afraid I'm completely broke.
That's all right.
아 영화 화이트 하우스 나온
The potential audience
여기
in this part of the
주인공이
stadium is pretty limited.
닮았어.
Why exactly did you pick this location?
Unfortunately, it was assigned to
이
me.
주인공
We have the odd
닮았어.
athlete and journalist pass by, but it's been a slow pitch. I wanted
아,
to
그래,
set
채닝
up
테이텀.
over at the
맞아,
main
맞아.
entrance, but I wasn't allowed.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm going to go have a look around
맞아
the city.
채닝 테이텀
Have fun.
닮았어. 맞아. 손풍군 거리의 약사 가스통?
I definitely think these contain helium, you know.
이게 뭐야 이게?
According to the label, these bottles contain helium.
아 쉬즈 거리 아니라 쉬즈 더맨 그 영화. 재밌어요 쉬즈 더맨 영화.
The most important thing is not to win, but to take part. Apart from today, of course, where the fate of the entire world rests on Glenn getting the gold. Let's inflate the little bugger. Great.
어이 뭐야 이게?
That is the ugliest thing I have ever clapped eyes on. And Sandhurst had communal showers.
동물 풍선. 뭐 더 쓸 수 없나? 모자 가져갈래.
Even if I had any money, it's not as if he's actually done much to earn it.
아씨 모자 못 가져가니? 분명 모자랑 턱수염하고 선글라스를 끼던데.
Rust free.
녹을 긁어냈다고? 이거 어디다 쓰지 이거를?
The glove's full of helium. I'm holding onto the end to keep it inflated.
그릇을 주면 모자를 상호작용이 안 돼요. 상호작용이 안 돼. 딴 데 뭐 없나? 파리저 광장.
Ah, Pariserplatz. And that seems to be the IOC office. Oh, good. It's closed. Hello? Anyone home? Damn it. Now what am I supposed to do?
Excuse me?
오.
Yes?
Well, I'm
이
sorry.
사람 누구 닮은
But it
것
was hard to
같은데.
miss hearing you vent your frustration at the accreditation office. Could you be both a fellow journalist and a fellow
너 겁나
countryman?
느끼하다.
What gave you
수염이.
that idea?
Only a true Brit would curse like that. I'm from the island too. And who else but a journalist would need to get into the IOC office? It's been closed since 4 p.m., by the way.
Ah,
My name is Edison. Baltus Edison.
에디슨이요?
I work for the Tribune in London.
Edison. Like the famous inventor.
Yes, quite. You're the first person ever
뭐야?
to notice that.
그 에디슨이라고?
Really? Because I would have thought quite a lot of people would have... Oh, you're joking. My name's Paddock. I'm a foreign affairs correspondent in Hong Kong.
Ah, how lovely. My work has never taken me to our crown colonies, but I'm sure things are much more interesting there than here at the Olympic Games, eh?
How do you mean?
Well, to be honest, I hate sports. I write for the arts and entertainment section, actually. But our editor-in-chief sent all available reporters here to cover the games, so we'd have an exclusive report on every event, including the dull ones. And what are you writing about?
I'm a freelancer. I'm looking for stories off the beaten track, away from the big events.
Lucky you. I'd love to trade places. You know, I'm working on a big story back home. I'm nearly ready to expose the romantic escapades of a certain member of the royal family. My research is nearly complete. If I could get back and finish, I'd have enough material to drop this bombshell on the public. But instead, I'm here, squandering my precious time on stories about Olympic handball.
Yeah, excuse me, gentlemen. Mr. Edison, there's a call for you from London.
Probably my department head, wanting to know what's holding up my article on yesterday's events. Best not to tell him it was a bottle of scotch, eh? Please relay the following message, word for word. Mr. Edison is currently indisposed and will personally report to the editor-in-chief. He would appreciate it if everyone else would leave him in peace.
I will pass your message along, sir.
Thank you.
나 게임에 집중이 안 된다. 너무
But I
졸려.
bored you quite enough.
Not at all. Actually, I have one more question about the IOC.
Yes?
Any chance of it opening again today?
What do you think?
Not a chance in hell. Well, look, I've got to get going. I'm sure you'd like to read your paper in peace.
Not really. Our valued colleagues rarely have anything amusing to print. In any event, I enjoyed chatting with you.
Likewise. Perhaps I'll see you later.
아하. 유모차. 이걸 가져간다고?
What do we have here?
Oh, what's the matter, sweetheart? Don't cry. You know how it troubles Mummy's nerves. Mummy just wants to enjoy a bite to eat in peace. She gets very cross when she's hungry.
Either I look a fright today, or that kid is just jumpy. The poor thing nearly spat out his lolly. Good thing he didn't. I'd rather not get into trouble with a mother of that stature. I could teach her a thing or two about proper nutrition, but I doubt she'd be interested.
케찹.
My mother taught me not to eat with my fingers.
아, 이게 뭐야? 이걸로 부어야 되나? 아니, 케찹을 어떻게 발라? 냅킨이 있네.
This napkin is mine.
큰일 났다. 님들 여기까지 하겠습니다.